This screencast is to show how to create a simple warning dialog with an effect of shadowing the background. So let's first create a FireMonkey mobile application, blank application. I'm going to use initially the iPhone 5 design. I'm going to place some toolbar at the top and a speed button here just to call the message. I'm going to change the style this one, then align to the right and add some margins here, 10 for example. This is going to be our toolbar. I'm going to add a couple of edits just to mimic how the UI of the application is going to be hidden and obscured by the background we are going to place. To create the effect of a background, we can use the rectangle shape. I'm going to remove all the sides as I just want background. And then I'm going to align this to the contents area. Okay, so now is as it's on top of every other control, is hiding everything behind. So I'm going to change the opacity to half, and here you can see the controls, but the effect is not the right one. This is because the color used is not the right one. So I'm going to change it to black. Okay, and this is what you will get. You can use the design visible property to see what is going to look the effect we are looking for. Okay. Now I'm going to use another rectangle to be the shape I'm going to use for the message. So in this case, I'm going to align this to, I think it's vertical center. Yes. To make it increase the height. And then I'm going to use again margins, and I'm going to set 10 and 10, sorry, to the left and to the right, so I create some space between the shape. Now I'm going to remove the stroke, which is the border around the shape, using the kind property of the stroke. I'm going to set to none, and then I'm going to set the X radius and Y radius to 6 to create the effect of rounded corners. So I hope you can appreciate this on the screencast. And this is a very nice property because it saves you a lot of graphic design work. Now to create the effect of shadow for this window, I'm going to use the shadow effect, and then I add it to the rectangle too. I'm going to tweak some of these properties, the softness, less softer, the distance 5. So then, enabling and disabling this effect will show you how it's going to look. Okay, so I have some effect, and now I can change the fill property, and instead being solid, I'm going to use set some gradient. I'm going to design by double clicking here the gradient to use. I'm going to select here, the color is going to be this one, clear color, and then the other side of the gradient is going to be like this one. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I think I'm going to change the direction. So this is going to be the dark one. And this is going to be the light one. Okay, I think this looks better. And I can use a label. I'm going to place this label inside the rectangle. I'm going to align this to the top. I'm going to add some margins also to the top, so it's 50 from the top. I'm going to change the text alignment to center and change here, this is my message. Okay, a bit more height, and then I'm going to add some button. I'm going to place it also inside the rectangle. Remember that in FireMonkey most of controls can be parents of all the controls. There are no so strict rules as in VCL, so even this is a shape, it can contain all the controls. And then I'm going to align these two bottom. I'm going to change the style to be something more appealing for me. And then I'm going to change the text to cancel, for example. I'm going to use the margin property again, 10 and 20, 20. Okay, so this is how the message is going to look, and now I'm going to add some code to make it visible. Well, before that, I'm going to save this in some place and show you how this is going to look if I change, for example, to Nexus 4. Okay, this looks as expected with the look and feel of Android. So this is very handy because you don't need to rework anything. Just your application will behave properly on any device and platform you want to run it. So I'm going first to rename, this is going to be my message, RC message, and this rectangle is going to be RC pack. Okay, so when I press this speed button, okay, what I'm going to do is make visible the background and also the message. Okay, and when I click on the cancel button, I'm going to hide both. Okay, so I'm going to make this visible to false. So initially it's not going to be visible, and the same for dialog. At the same time, you can use the property design visible to hide what you don't want to see. Okay, so it doesn't disturb your UI. So I think it's time to run this. We are going to use the iOS simulator for the iPhone 5, and I'm going to compile and run this project. This is my app, and when I click here on the plus button, then I get my message as predicted. When I click here, it's closed. Clicking, it hides or obscures the background and shows my message. And this is like a sample, but actually you have many possibilities to design your dialogues to do whatever you want. You are not restricted to system dialogues to show message and things like that. You can do whatever you want, and FireMonkey provides a lot of functionality for you to design whatever you want. So thanks for watching.